Hello everyone, Ryan here with Product Impressions. I've been using this bag here for probably about 4 or 5 years now at this point. This has been my bag that I carried to work before the pandemic, so I was using it every day. Every time that I go on a trip, I'm taking this bag with me. It is from the Saddleback Leather company. It is a very nice leather bag, but over the course of that past 4 or 5 years, I have never done anything to it. I've carried it in the rain. It's been a daily use bag and I've never done anything to take care of it. So today I got some Obenauf's Heavy Duty LP. This is supposed to be a leather preservative, kind of a cream that you smooth on there, and it makes sure that everything stays moisturized so you don't get any cracking and discoloration. I'm not really seeing anything like that already, but I figured I might as well do what I can to try and keep this in a good condition, because Saddleback Leather it's a very nice leather bag. It costs some money, so I want to make sure that it holds up. So we're going to be giving this a try and see how it works. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put some of this Obenauf's Leather Preservative onto my bag here. It doesn't come with any instructions, so this is entirely new to me. From what I have seen, it's basically just a matter of kind of rubbing it in. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Everything that I saw, people just kind of scraped it out with their fingers to rub it in and make sure that you can kind of feel it going in. It does look a little bit oily, but not bad. Inside the container, it is a little bit harder on the top than it is just a little bit beneath the surface. As I'm rubbing it in, you can kind of tell just by the feel of it that it's going into the leather. It starts off pretty shiny, but the more you rub it, it kind of soaks in and you stop feeling it quite as much. Once again, just kind of rubbing it in. And it seems like you should rub it in kind of until you stop seeing the marks from where your fingers were rubbing it in. As you kind of go in circles, you start seeing little swirls in the finish as you are rubbing it in, and once you stop seeing those swirls, it seems to be good. I think that is basically all that I'm going to be putting on the front of the bag here, or anywhere on the bag here. You can see a little bit of a sheen to it. Mostly seeing that on the pockets there where it hasn't had as much time to dry yet, but right. Gonna let that sit for a day or so to see how it soaks in and what have you. And this is a full-size briefcase, so it's a good sized piece of leather, and you can see that's about how much of the actual Obenauf's product that I've used on here. So I wouldn't be surprised if you could do, I don't know, 10 or 12 full-size bags. So even though this is just a little 4-ounce container, it's going to go a long way. All right, we'll come back and see how it looks. All right, so here is the bag after it's been treated. This has been a little over 24 hours since I actually applied everything. And I would like to point out that as I was looking at this just throughout the day, I'd say that this actually set within about 2 hours. So it definitely doesn't take a full 24 hours to set up or anything. Probably within a couple of hours, you're going to be set up and perfectly ready to use. I do have the shoulder strap hanging over here just for the purposes of comparing the color. Looking at it, I don't see that the Obenauf's has really affected the shade of this at all. This is kind of a darker brown, so maybe that plays into it. If I use it on a much lighter leather, it's entirely possible it would actually affect the appearance of it. So all in all, I would say quite easy to apply, sets up very quickly, and let's just run a little bit of water on here so you can see it just kind of roll off. There we go. I don't think that I'm able to get quite closer on that, but you can see the water is just kind of rolling right off. It has pooled up a little bit around the lace, the stitching around the edge there, but all in all, it's just rolling right off, leaves no marks whatsoever. So I would say that this probably is pretty well set up if I were carrying it into work and got caught in the rain or in the rain between my car and the office, something like that, it probably is not going to be a big deal at all. Just a quick recap here. All in all, I would say this was very easy to apply. Everything turned out really well. Gives some nice added protection to the leather, and it just kind of makes sense if you're going to be spending hundreds of dollars on something that is made out of nice leather. It makes sense to invest a little bit in protecting it. Now, the little 4-ounce container that I have is about $14. There is also an 8-ounce container that is going to be $20. Usually, that's what it is right now. It might be a little bit on sale at the moment, but that's the general price range you're looking at. $14 for a smaller one, $20 for a bigger one. I would say it seems to work very nicely. I mean, we're going to have to check in several years to see if it actually holds up, but all in all, I would say I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, hopefully this has been of some help to you. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you next time.